Yeah.
So I don't know what makes the most sense for you.
I mean, I'm just going to leave it running the way it is because it's going to be a natural delay because of the connection. So
Hopefully, well, I'm trying to figure out how big of a delay, right? Because they're already here, so you're going to be ahead of the play quite a bit from a local standpoint.
right, but the audio is still going to be at the same time
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Joe Olson Ice Rink in the Bloomington Ice Center in tonight's ACHA Division I matchup between the Grand Valley State Lakers and your Illinois State Redbirds. Last night, the Redbirds were victorious in overtime, 4-3 over the Lakers. Sam Truxaw with the game-winning goal 26 seconds into overtime. The Redbirds look for the sweep tonight. Welcome into the Bloomington Ice Center in the Joe Olson Ice Rink. It is time for Illinois State Redbird Hockey as the Division I matchup between the Grand Valley State Lakers and the Illinois State Redbirds is getting set to get underway. A very pleasant good evening from inside the barn, inside the Bloomington Ice Center. L.A. Decker with you. And first of all, let's clear some air. Last night, we were at Grossinger Motors Arena. The Illinois State Redbirds did win 4-3 in overtime. Sam Truxaw, his team leading fifth goal of the season, 26 seconds in overtime, gave the Redbirds the victory. However, what most people are talking about, from what I understand, is that the quality of the stream was not to standard. I do apologize for that. However, a lot of that has to do with the fact that they were testing a lot of things last night, getting ready for the Bloomington Bison season inside Grossinger Motors Arena. So there were some hiccups. There were some growing pains. They're going to work that out for their side. We're going to get things going here on our side. And our side has a very interesting goalie matchup. Two undefeated goalies going at it this evening here inside the Bloomington Ice Center. For the Lakers of Grand Valley State, Ryan Harris gets to start 1-0-0 on the season, a 1.34 goals against average and a 9.47 save percentage. His counterpart between the pipes for Illinois State will be Kason Yamada, 1-0-0 on the season, a 2 flat goals against average and a 9.53 save percentage. We mentioned earlier Sam Truxaw got his 5th goal of the season. He leads the Redbirds in that category. Robin Cusick, second on the team with 4 goals. 2 goals last night from Ethan Hellman for the Lakers to get them an early lead. They did get their 5th goal from Benjamin Pouliot, his team leading 5th of the season, to power their effort. However, the game kind of stalled in the third period. Both teams playing very good defense. The goaltenders on point. Both goaltenders playing very well last night. Adrian Morales for the Lakers and Cole Walter for the Redbirds. And the Redbirds did come out victorious last night in overtime, again by the final of 4-3. Will we get a sweep for Illinois State? Will the Lakers salvage a split in their trip from Grand Rapids to Bloomington? 60 minutes of hockey, possibly more, could answer those questions. And we'll have those answers for you coming up just in a few moments. Coming up are the starting lineups and the opening face-off from inside the Joe Olson Ice Rink. This is Illinois State Redbird Hockey. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Bloomington Ice Center in the Joe Olson Ice Rink in tonight's ACHA Division I matchup between the visiting Grand Valley State Lakers and your Illinois State Redbirds. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Grand Rapids, Michigan, please welcome the Grand Valley State Lakers. On defense, number 11, Carson Wood, and number 27, Clayton Senti. The forwards, number 9, Lucas Henry, number 10, Mason Cole, and number 34, Tyler Husted. Starting in goal for the Lakers is number 20, Ryan Harris. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Illinois State Redbirds. On defense, number 4, Jackson Schaefer. Schaefer. And number 55, Declan McDermott. The forwards, number 20, Giovanni Barghini. Number 22, Jacob Switek. And number 92, Dominic Dager. Starting in goal for the Redbirds is number 30, Kason Yamada. At this time, hockey fans, we ask that you please rise. If you're able, gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Your officials for tonight's contest, the linesmen, Owen Davis and Alex Crow. The referees, Greg Gunter and Kep Gresham. And your official scorer tonight is Mr. Dan Glatt. So again, those starting lineups for you for the Lakers of Grand Valley State University. It'll be Carson Wood and Clayton Sentes on defense. It'll be Lucas Henry, Mason Cole, and Tyler Houston on the forward line. Ryan Harris gets the start in goal for Grand Valley State. For Illinois State, Jackson Schaefer and Declan McDermott get the start on defense. Gio Barghini, Jacob Switek, and Dominic Dager get the start on the forward line. And Kason Yamada gets the start in net for Illinois State. Redbirds in their regular home white uniforms, trimmed in red and black. Red numerals on the white jerseys, black shorts. For Grand Valley State in their road, all blue uniforms, trimmed in white numerals on the blue jerseys. We are ready for the face-off, and the opening face-off is controlled by Illinois State, and we are underway at the Bloomington Ice Center on a Saturday night. Switek couldn't track down the pass, and Cole will take it into the Redbird zone for Grand Valley State. Coming out of the right corner behind Caden Yamada with the puck is Tyler Houston. He sends it over to the right side. Redbirds track it down and send it back out to center. And the Lakers will reset. Carson Wood banged it off the boards. Redbirds able to get back to center and now dump it into the Laker end so they can get a change. Switek on the forecheck behind the net. Centering pass out front, nobody home for the Redbirds as Switek tried to get somebody open in the middle. Cole will dump it in just to the left of Yamada, and the Redbirds track it down their own end. Ben Lechner sets things up for Robin Cusick over the line. Here's Lechner returning the pass to Cusick, sticked away by Harris into the corner right side. Lechner trying to force it in. It's knocked down by the Laker defense, and they return 3-on-2, but the Redbirds break it up. Nice job that time by Lechner. Sent around the boards and picked up by Ben Pouliot, leading scorer for the Lakers. He has 5 so far on the season. Cameron Hellman trying to keep it in. Now the Redbirds will get a change as it's knocked away by Ethan Hellman. It's good by Cameron Hellman. Neitzel pitches in, can't quite get to it. Now Yanni Verowick sends it back behind Caden Yamada. Redbirds push it to the left side of the defensive zone. And the Redbirds come out with it as Aiden Basetic pushes it over the Laker line. Tricarico goes into the left corner to fight for it, and it's dug out by the Lakers and controlled. Ethan Hellman scored twice last night. He lost the puck in his own end. Tricarico trying to center it. Had his pass blocked and sent over to the right board. Zimmerman trying to pinch in. It's stolen back. Chase Tiller couldn't quite get it out of his own end. Now finally it trickles out to neutral ice, and the Redbirds able to control as Parker Turch has it. Ahead to Basetic. Pavel Bakhtin. Play ruled onside as they move in. That one sent just wide of Ryan Harris. Comes all the way back into the Redbird end. Declan McDermott there to play it. McDermott sends it across. Redbirds lose it. Tiller almost had an opportunity in the slot. Couldn't quite pull the trigger. Sent back in by Lucas Henry, and the Redbirds retreat to get the puck. 3 minutes gone by here in the opening period. Still no score. Illinois State and Grand Valley State, no shot, one shot on goal so far for the Redbirds. Husted over the line for the Lakers. Centering pass across, nobody home. It comes to the left boards, and the Redbirds able to pick it up. Here's Callahan moving through center. He'll dump it in. Circles around the boards now into the left corner. Lakers play it as Husted comes through center. Husted cuts in for a shot. Glove saved by Yamada. Rebound goes over into the corner right side. Or check it left, right side defense, left side offense, and now a whistle stopping play. As the puck may have grazed the netting. The rink here at the Bloomington Ice Center is fully netted except for the bench areas, as the spectators have a much more intimate feel as they are much closer to the action than they would be inside the big arena here in Bloomington. 16:21 to play here in the first, and the face-off will be to the right of Caden Yamada. Lechner takes the draw and sends it around the board. Switek leaves it for Sam Truxaw, who picked up his 5th goal of the season. Sent back down the ice as the Redbirds able to go get it. Lead pass stolen away. Jackson Collard got taken off the puck by Dominic Dager, and the Redbirds retreat to their own end to get it. Tipped forward by Barghini into the corner. Barghini back to get it. Dager couldn't quite get to the puck as it was loose in the slot. And the Redbirds track back into the neutral zone. Parker Turch moves forward. His pass intercepted. Stolen away by Brady Balana. Brian Buchholz has it for the Redbirds. His pass tipped, but controlled at the line. Picked up by Patty Donahue for the Lakers. Now the Redbirds into the zone as Buchholz takes a shot. That one steered aside by Harris. Loose puck at the line, finally controlled by Brendan Walk for the Lakers. Ahead to Donahue. Donahue will send it all the way down behind the net. Ethan Hellman plays it back out, and the Redbirds get to it first. Here's Cusick. Robin Cusick dumps it in over a couple of Laker defenders. Goes all the way around the boards, comes out on the far side of the ice. Here's a lead pass ahead for Hellman. He got it poke checked away. Nicely done by Jackson Schaefer as Cameron Hellman was breaking in on Caden Yamada. Now Pouliot sends it around. It's sent back into the neutral zone. The Lakers retreat to get it. Cusick will dump it back in, and the Redbirds will go get a change. 14:30 to play here in the first. Shots even at 1, score even at 0. Here's a shot blocked by the Redbird defense as McDermott was able to get in front of the shot taken by Carson Wood. Aiden Basetic sets it up for Illinois State. Bad pass. Stolen away by Tiller. His shot blocked, sent wide into the corner. Verowick sends it back out to the point. He'll come out to retrieve it and keep it in. Here's Hellman moving in, firing. Saved by Yamada. Rebound loose. Still in the zone as Wood holds it in. Hellman to Tolaire, loose in front. That one sent wide. Yamada will scramble and cover and get a face-off. 13:49 to play here in period number 1. Kason Yamada adding to those statistics. Part of his .953 save percentage, allowing just 2 goals in his first contest last weekend. Now with a 10-2 win over McKendree. Face-off won by the Lakers, shot blocked by the Redbird defense, and Tricarico will send it down the ice. Harris pokes it into the near side corner. Here's Truxall stealing it and taking a shot. That one right on Harris. He'll steer it aside. Tricarico. Pass Bogdan out to the point. Here's Truxall near side. Truxall dumps into the corner. Now looks to center it back out. The Redbirds able to hold it in. Tricarico got to it. Fires one in. That one's blocked by the Fondies in front. Truxall sends it across. Nobody home. Stolen away by the Lakers. Over the line comes Lucas Henry to Cole. Look to return it to Henry. Now loses. It's taken for a shot by Houston. That one went wide of the target. Redbirds come away with it. Basetic ahead to Tricarico. Tricarico powers in. Poke checked away. Good defensive play by Balana for the Lakers. Turch. His pass broken up at center and taken back by Jackson Terpstra. Turch. Back behind the Redbird net, Ahead for Pitchker, Carson Pitchker. Sends it across. There's a shot taken by Caden Day. That one didn't get through. Finally covered up by Harris as it trickles in. And with 12.5 minutes to play here in period number 1, our next faceoff will be in the Lakers zone. And it looks like it's going to be in the left faceoff circle, so it'll be to the right of Ryan Harris. Here's the faceoff, won by Grand Valley State. They'll lift it out and all the way down the zone. It was tipped, so no icing called, and the Redbirds have to go back and get it. Parker Turch sends it forward. His pass for Pitchker knocked away. And the Redbirds again retreat to get the puck. Zimmerman behind his own net. Sends it all the way up the ice, past center. Carson Pitchker tries to get to it. It's knocked away and taken back by the Lakers. Brendan Kegg sends it in on Yamada. That one steered aside into the corner left side. Kegg back out to the point for Wood. Here's a shot taken. That one tipped just wide. As Brendan Kelly was in and got the tip on Yamada, but it was wide of the post. Now Dominic Dager counterattacking and over the line for the Redbirds. They take it into the corner. Lakers able to take it back. Cameron Hellman knocked away as Wood got to it. He'll send it back into the Redbird zone. McDermott to Hellman, and Cameron Hellman will dump it in. Delay offside against Grand Valley State, so the Redbirds have a free opportunity to move the puck out. Jackson Schaefer starts the Redbirds out of their own end. Here's a pass knocked away. Hellman, his shot blocked and picked up by Illinois State. Switek picks it up. Jason Switek cuts back at center, tries to send it ahead, but it's stolen back, and here comes Grand Valley State once again. Cameron Hellman sends it around. It's taken back by Lang. He dumps it in, and again, they're offside, so they got to tag out. The Redbirds get a free pass. Schaefer quickly ahead. Gio Barghini over to Cusick. He'll fire one in, saved by Harris. Rebound picked up by Cusick. He'll come around to the left boards. Cusick sends it across the right side. Here's a shot. That one blocked out front. Connor O'Neill looks to play it for the Redbirds. Back out and knocked away. Picked up off the stick of Lechner. Here comes Verowick over the line. Yarny Verowick tries to center it. Good defensive job that time by Sam Truxall, sprawling out. Redbirds get to it as O'Neill sends it across, trying to find Truxall. Couldn't make the connection. It's stolen back. Here's Tolaire over the line. He'll fire one in. That one's going to be poke checked away by Yamada. Behind the net it goes. Yamada still up. Now a centering pass, and they score as it's tipped in by Ethan Hellman. And the Lakers are on the board first. They lead 1-0 at the 9:52 mark. So for Ethan Hellman, that'll be his third goal of the season. Grand Valley State goal scored by number 23, Ethan Hellman. Assisted by number 10, Mason Cole. It's his third of the season. Time of the goal, 10:08 first period. Lakers goal scored by Ethan Hellman, assisted by Cole at 10:08. So with now 9:32 to play in the period, Redbirds find themselves in a similar spot they were last night, down 1-0. Redbirds came back quickly, though. It didn't take them much more than about maybe 2 minutes and change to even the score last night. We'll see how things go tonight. Clearing attempt of the Lakers is blocked. Redbirds hold it in. And at center, it's played by Lechner. Dumped in by Clayton Senti. Redbirds get to it and start out. Here's a long pass ahead, knocked away. Nice job that time by Carson Wood, backtracking, and Husted will play it back into the Redbird end. Zimmerman takes it for Illinois State. Long pass ahead again, stolen away by the Lakers. Buckholz gets it back at the Redbird line. Here's a steal and a shot. That one taken by Jackson Terpstra. Yamada makes the save. Redbirds come away with it. Pavel Bakhtin over the line, had it dispossessed, and the Lakers take back over with 8:35 to play here in the first, with a 1-0 lead. Carson Wood sends it forward. Yamada behind his own net, holds it up for Declan McDermott. The Redbirds able to get to it. Callahan lost it for a moment. Carson Pishker sends it into the Lakers zone, but the Lakers able to get possession quickly. As Brendan Kelly spins it back into the Redbird end. We played 12 minutes here in this first period. Grand Valley State with a 1-0 lead and a 5-4 shot advantage. Justin Lang hoists it out to center and allows his team to go get a change. Long lead pass ahead. Carson Pitchker tips it, and it goes all the way down the ice. No icing called. Lakers retreat to get it. At the point, Pouliot sends it down low. Knocked away by Yamada short side, and the rebound picked up, now stolen back. Here's a centering pass as Hellman tried to find someone cutting into the slot. That one didn't make connection. Now a whistle stops play with 7:26 to play here in the first. The puck going into the netting will cause the faceoff to be on the Redbird end. Cameron Hellman will take the face-off for Grand Valley State. Here's a shot taken by Balana, steered aside by Yamada. Rebound on the left boards, now behind the Redbird net. Switek trying to dig it out, now in the corner. Fight for the puck with four players. Now the Redbirds able to dig it out and get it to center. Here's Switek moving in. Switek over the line, dumps it in. Harris sends it back out. Lechner couldn't hold it in. It's out at center. Cameron Hellman sends it back out into the Redbird end, and they'll have to retreat to get it. Here's Truxaw moving forward for Illinois State. Sent across as the Redbirds come over the line. Truxaw tried to cut in, couldn't get to the center with the puck, and it's stolen back by Grand Valley State. They turn over at center, and the Redbirds able to get to it as Truxaw sends it forward. Cusick had it hop over his stick. Gio Barghini gets to it. Barghini moves in on Clayton Senti, takes it into the right corner. Redbirds able to get possession. Here's a steal, though, as taken away by Chase Thaler. Ahead to Verowick, and it's offside as the linesman right on the play calls the Lakers in too soon. And the faceoff will be in neutral ice with 6:09 to play here in period number one. Connor O'Neill will take the faceoff against Chase Thaler. Now they will ask Mr. O'Neill to step out, and Robin Cusick will step in. Face-off won by the Lakers. Wood dumps it in on Yamada. Steered aside as Zimmerman gets to it, up the left boards. Finds Luka Weinkauf. Weinkauf had a goal in last night's contest as the Redbirds keep possession with Zimmerman. Now it's stolen away. Here comes Hellman again, 2-on-1. Fires one in. That one stopped by Yamada and into the netting. And the next face-off will be in the Redbird zone with 5:47 to play in the opening period. Face-off will be to the right of Caden Yamada. Here's a shot taken. Yamada makes the stop. Puck in the air and goes into the right corner. Fight along the boards as it comes all the way around the back of the net. Sent around and now out. And Collard will have to go get it for Grand Valley State. Cole gets a return pass and fires one in on Yamada. Stop made by Caden Yamada. And he gives no rebound as Lucas Henry was on the doorstep looking for any loose scraps that might have happened. Caden Yamada keeps it clean. And the Redbirds still down just 1-0, although they are being outshot by an 8-4 margin so far here in the first. Face off to the left of Yamada, one back by the Lakers. They send it into the corner right side. Neitzel at the point, waiting. It's sent back around though to the left side. Declan McDermott able to claim it for Illinois State. Got it away from Keg. Now stolen back as Husted will center a pass. That one knocked away and the Redbirds able to get to it. Neitzel does a shot. That one deflected in on Yamada. He makes the save. The rebound picked up by Basetic for Illinois State. Aiden Basetic sends it across. It's dumped in by Kelly, and delay offside will allow Illinois State to get the puck while the Lakers make a change with 4:35 to play in the opening stanza. Pass missed connection with Tricarico. And the ice a little slower here in the Ice Center tonight than compared to the Grossinger Motors Arena ice last night. The icing waved off as the play continues. Tricarico moves in over the line. Takes it to the left boards. Sent in front. Centering pass tipped up in the air. Loose in the slot. Picked up by Pouliot. Left it for Senti. Back to Cameron Hellman, but the play is offside. One stick handle too many. And the faceoff will go to neutral ice. Ben Pouliot and Ethan Hellman, the only two goal scorers last night for Grand Valley State. Redbirds had 4 goal scorers. Luka Weinkauf, Gio Bergini, Jacob Switek, and the game winner by Sam Truxaw. Less than half a minute into overtime. Callahan over the line, but Caden Day was offside, and the faceoff will come back out to neutral ice. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the opening period. Callahan will take the faceoff against Cameron Hellman. Faceoff one back, and the Lakers get to it. Senti sends it forward. Brendan Walk takes it into the corner. Sends it back out for a centering pass. Pouliot shot. That one blocked by the Redbirds and taken out by Truxaw. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Truxaw over the line. Offside. Ooh, that was close. But the play continues. Into the right corner it goes, and now a penalty coming up. It's going to be a holding call against Grand Valley State. So with 3.5 minutes to play in period number 1, the Redbirds will get their power play opportunity here late in the first period. Grand Valley State penalty number 11, Carson Wood, 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 16:30, first period. Lakers penalty, Wood, 2 minutes for holding at 16:30. Time for Illinois State power play. Redbirds on the power play as they move out of their own end. Jackson Schaefer ahead. Dager. As the play was offside, the Redbirds in too soon. And the faceoff comes back out to neutral ice. 3:07 to play here in the first. 98 seconds left on the power play for Illinois State. Redbirds lose the faceoff as it's picked up by Jackson Collard. He'll take his time and dump it down the length of the ice. Caden Yamada holds it up as Jackson Schaefer starts the Redbirds out of their own end. Schaefer ahead to Dager. Dager moves into the zone, had it knocked away. Back to get it is Weinkauf. Across the Schaefer, stolen away. Here comes Ethan Hellman. One-on-one with Yamada. He fires and scores. Ethan Hellman, his second goal of the game. This one a shorthanded goal, unassisted, and the Lakers lead it 2-0. For Hellman, that'll be his fourth goal of the season. Grand Valley State goal, his fourth of the season, scored shorthanded by number 23, Ethan Hellman, unassisted. Time of the goal, 17:21, first period. Lakers goal scored shorthanded by Ethan Hellman, unassisted at 17:21. So coming up on 2 minutes to play here in the period. Redbirds still on the power play for another 45 seconds. There's another breakup. And it's sent back down the ice by Brendan Kelly to neutral ice, and the Redbirds get it. Switek moves forward out of center ice, takes it to the slot, fire, save made by Harris. Rebound goes to the left boards. Under 2 to play now in the period. Here's Truxaw, holds at the line, sends it across for Bachton, back behind the net, Gio Barghini. Barghini sends it out to the left side. Switek plays it in the final 10 seconds of the power play. Barghini sends it across for Truxaw's shot. That one stopped by Kelly. Rebound, they score! Redbirds pick up the rebound and are able to get one goal back. It's 2-1. Illinois State goal scored on the power play. His sixth of the season by number 39, Sam Truxaw. Assisted by number 90, Aiden Besetic. At number 20, Gio Barghini. Time of the goal, 18:28, first period. Redbird goal on the power play, scored by Truxaw. Assisted by Besetic and Barghini at 18:28. So for Truxaw, that is number 6 on the season. He has the team lead. And the Redbirds, with 1:12 to play in the period, now trail by just 2-1. Both players get in a little early on that faceoff, so they'll just reset and do it again. And the Lakers win the draw as Lang gets it. He'll dump it, but it's blocked by the Redbirds. Here's Ethan Hellman. Hellman moves in on Yamada and scores again! Ethan Hellman, a one-man wrecking crew. That's a 3-goal period for Hellman, and it's 3-1, Grand Valley State. So Ethan Hellman went from 2 goals to 5 within 20 minutes of hockey. One minute to play in the period, 1 minute remaining. Grand Valley State goal, his third of the game and fifth of the season, scored by number 23, Ethan Hellman. Assisted by number 6, Justin Lang. Time of the goal, 18:59 first period. Lakers goal scored by Ethan Hellman, assisted by Lang at 18:59. Now a little pushing and shoving going on as the puck center side. Got a hooking call coming up on the Lakers, and that will give Illinois State a power play. As the penalty is called against Mason Cole. So with 42.9 seconds left, the Redbirds will have some power play time, which could carry over if they don't score by the end of the period. Grand Valley State penalty, number 10, Mason Cole, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 19:17 first period. Lakers penalty, Cole, 2 minutes for hooking at 19:17. Stoppage at 34.1 seconds will result in a face-off in the Lakers' end. It'll be to the right of Ryan Harris. Face-off pushed into the right corner, the left corner, pardon me. Sent all the way around the boards and out as Pavel Bakhtin couldn't get to it. We're under 30 seconds to play in the period. Truxall moves through center ice over the line. Sends it to the right boards, comes back to get it. 15 seconds remaining. Centering pass out front. Harris knocks it away. Basetic couldn't hold it in. It's tipped out of the zone. Hellman racing down to get it. Takes a shot. That one wide of Caden Yamada in the final 5 seconds. Basetic sends it ahead for Swiatek. He gets tied up in the slot, and that'll do it for period number 1. Your score after the first period, the Grand Valley State Lakers 3 and your Illinois State Redbirds 1. Shots on goal in period number 1, Grand Valley State 13, Illinois State 6. The Redbirds will have 1 minute 17 seconds of power play time to start the second period. So again, that penalty time will carry over. Redbirds will have 1 minute and 17 of power play time. How did we get to this point? Well, let's tell you all about it. At the 9:52 mark of the opening period, it was Ethan Hellman picking up his third goal of the season. The helper going to Mason Cole to make it 1-0 Grand Valley State. The Redbirds tied the game, the Lakers were able to go ahead 2-0 on Ethan Hellman's second goal, a shorthanded goal at 2:39 of the first. Then the Redbirds able to get a power play goal to counter that at the 1:32 mark as Sam Truxall picks up his 6th, assisted by Basetic and Barghini to make it 2-1. Redbirds, though, give up another 3 goals in the period for Ethan Hellman. At the 1:01 mark of the first period, Hellman tallies his 5th of the season and gives the Lakers a 3-1 lead as they go into the locker room for the first intermission. Shots on goal in the first period. Illinois State now credited with 7 shots on goal. Grand Valley State had 13 in the opening period. So 20 minutes of hockey are complete here at the Joe Olson Ice Rink inside the Bloomington Ice Center. Your score after 20 minutes of hockey is Grand Valley State 3, Illinois State 1, and this is Redbird Hockey. 5 minutes remaining in intermission. 5 minutes remaining in intermission. Welcome back to Illinois State Redbird hockey from the Joe Olson Ice Rink inside the Bloomington Ice Center. 3-1 is our score. Grand Valley State with the lead over your Illinois State Redbirds. And we thank you for joining us tonight here on YouTube and the ISU D1 Hockey channel. So it's been 3 goals, 1 shorthanded by Ethan Hellman that have given the Grand Valley State Lakers the advantage here through 20 minutes. Redbirds do have 1:17 of power play time that they will be able to use to open up period number 2 here. Sam Truxaw had a power play goal in the first period. He now has 6 on the season. Kason Yamada has made 10 saves so far in the contest. Redbirds will be back in action next weekend here at the Bloomington Ice Center. And we'll have those games for you here. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. As the teams have switched ends, the Redbirds will be operating from left to right as we see it along with you here in period number 2. You can see the camera angle. It does look into the scorer's box. We have a new location, obviously not able to broadcast in the arena this year. I am sitting in the scorer's box next to our official scorer, which is an incredibly great view, but also one of the worst, as the opening faceoff of the second period is sent down ice by Grand Valley State. And the Redbirds start from their own end as Luca Weinkauf moves the offense forward. Here's Weinkauf moving in. Taken behind the boards. He's hit hard and sent hard into the boards. And the puck cleared down by Grand Valley State. Luca Weinkauf sent crashing into the boards. On the fresh sheet of ice, he had a little more speed than normal. Dager couldn't get the pass from Cusick, and the Lakers able to retrieve and send it back down into the Redbird zone. Here's a steal. Here's a shot taken by Carson Wood. That one sent high and into the glass. 25 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Illinois State as Gio Barghini gets control of the puck and moves forward. Barghini stops at the boards, left side near the line, now takes it to the circle. Sent across for Truxaw. Truxaw couldn't handle it. He'll have to spin back out. Truxaw will dump it in with 10 on the power play. Barghini tied up in the corner, sent back out to the point as the penalty is over and both teams are back at full strength. Besetic lets it go past him into the right corner. Now it's picked up by the Lakers and sent in for a shot. That one gloved down by Kason Yamada as Carson Wood was able to take the shot. And the Redbird netminder keeps the score right where it's at as he makes the save, and the faceoff will stay in the Redbird end. So the Redbirds unable to generate an offensive opportunity on that power play. And now the faceoff in their own end to the left of Kason Yamada. Push to the boards, Redbirds get to it. Carson Pishker will take it into the corner left side. Left behind for Caden Day, centering pass, nobody home, sent back into the corner. Back out near the line along the boards. It's taken back by Illinois State. Caden Day tied up along the boards. Lakers get to it. Try to control, but Caden Day there to steal. Day keeps control, now spins a shot up. That one sticked aside by Harris. Rebound swept aside by Callahan into the corner. Lakers able to get to it and hoist it out to center ice. Dylan McDermott has it for Illinois State. McDermott, pass ahead for Robin Cusick. And he will send it back behind the net. Centering pass comes all the way out past the blue line, and the Redbirds have to retreat to get it. Declan McDermott to Luca Weinkauf. He comes over the line. Weinkauf drops it off for Cusick. Takes it around the net. Comes out the right side. Cusick now tied up in the corner. Tangs to take it and drive it in on net himself. Lost the handle, got it back out to Buckholz, who fires one blocker save made by Harris. Rebound picked up by O'Neal. There's a penalty coming up against the Lakers. Zimmerman sends it across Weinkauf. Into the corner it goes. Redbirds now with the sixth attacker on for the delayed penalty. Centering pass as Buckholz tried to center it. It's taken away for the last moment, and a high sticking call is made against Grand Valley State. The Redbirds go back on the power play. Jackson Collard, the guilty party. He will come in and sit for two in the sin bin. Now a unfair drop. We will do it again. It'll be a face-off once again in the Grand Valley zone. This one will be to the left of Ryan Harris. Grand Valley State penalty number 3. Jackson Collard, 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 3:07 second period. Lakers penalty collared. 2 minutes for high sticking at 3:07. Time again for a Redbird power play. Redbirds on again on the power play. Just 9 seconds elapsed so far, and the face-off will be to the right of Ryan Harris. Redbirds have it as Trucksaw gets it at the point left side. Switek swings into the corner, back out to the point. Here's a shot taken by Pavel Bakhtin. That one stopped by Harris. Rebound stopped by Harris. Redbirds still have it though. Gio Bergini swings it around to Switek, who comes out to the circle, fires. Harris makes the save and absorbs it. And the face-off will stay in the Laker end. 90 seconds remaining in the power play for Illinois State. Their third power play opportunity of the afternoon so far. So far, the Redbirds have gotten 6 shots on goal here in this period to Grand Valley State's 1. Face-off is sent all the way down the ice. Caden Yamada will hold it up. Kason Yamada, pardon me, will hold it up. And the Redbirds will start back out. Here's Trucksaw. Ahead for Switek, knocked away and stolen away. Here's Cole moving forward. Cole takes it along the left boards in the offensive zone. And the Redbirds able to track it back down. Switek moves through the Laker defense, lost the handle on it. Got a stick broken, and he'll have to get a new twig. Puck cleared the length of the ice. Yamada plays it forward to Trucksaw. Sam Trucksaw ahead for Robin Cusick. Cusick dumps it in along the left boards into the corner, sent all the way around by Clayton Senti for the Lakers. Loose puck in the slot, sent back out. Here's Cameron Hellman with a shot. That one rattled off the boards and hit the outside of the post. Redbirds able to track it down. Luka Weinkauf moves through center ice. 17 remaining in the power play as Weinkauf pushed off the puck, and the Lakers able to hoist it out to center ice. Jackson Schaefer has it in the final 5 of the power play. Schaefer sends it ahead. It's knocked back by the Lakers, and the penalty over. Both teams are back at full strength. 14:45 to play here in the second period. Illinois State trailing 3-1. Here's Connor O'Neill moving it over the line. O'Neill drops it back. Misconnection, stolen back. And it's taken away by Ethan Hellman. Cameron Hellman now on the same line with Ethan. I do believe they are brothers. Ethan is the taller of the two as the puck is played out of play, and it will be a face-off or played right into Kason Yamada, and it will be a face-off in the Redbird zone. Redbirds last night had to come from behind a couple of times. Played an even third period and finally won it in the overtime with Sam Trucksaw's goal in the 26-second mark. Lakers will send it in, and now play stopped as it goes into the netting in the Redbird zone. Laker players are standing up along their bench, and a couple of them may have caught some friendly fire there as one of their players went into the bench area. Chase Tolaire will take the face-off against Brian Callahan for Illinois State. Callahan wins the draw. Brian Buchholz sends it forward into the Lakers zone. Callahan forces his way into the corner. Some pushing and shoving going on. Big hitting. Ethan Hellman comes away with the puck, though, for Grand Valley State. We're 6 minutes into this second period. The Redbirds still trailing by 2. Zimmerman gets tied up as it goes into the corner, and Jarni Verovic chases the puck down. Now a penalty coming up against Illinois State. First penalty of the afternoon against Illinois State. Ryan Callahan will be coming to the box. So the kneeing call against Callahan. Illinois State penalty number 17, Ryan Callahan, 2 minutes for kneeing. Time of the penalty, 6:10, second period. Redbird penalty, Callahan, 2 minutes for kneeing at 6:10. So Lakers on the power play as Wood moves through center ice, dumps it in behind Kason Yamada. Behind the net, the Redbirds get to it as Truxaw gets lifted off the puck. Into the left corner it goes. Taller gets control of the puck at the circle, fires it across for a shot. That one blocked away, and the Redbirds down a player right now as Truxaw's on the ice after blocking that shot. Here's a centering pass across. Kason Yamada makes the save. Rebound in front, loose. Yamada again swipes it aside, and now finally the whistle stops play as Truxaw down on the ice is still not moving in the circle. Truxaw looked like he might have got down to block that first shot in the flurry. Now the trainer being assisted onto the ice by a couple of the Redbird players. They will come out and take a look at the condition of Sam Truxaw. So Truxaw being checked on by the training staff.
I just write them down.
And again, the Redbirds will be in action next weekend. As we'll take a look quickly at the schedule and see what's coming up for Illinois State.
Looks like you guys are playing like the Lakers.
So the Redbirds will be in action next weekend here at home at the Bloomington Ice Center as the Fighting Illini of Illinois will come visit for 2 Friday night at 7 and Saturday at 6:10 for a pair. The I-74 rivalry will continue between the two teams. Birds will be on the road in 2 weeks' time for Halloween weekend. They'll be going out to play the Ohio Bobcats. Redbirds will have one final homestand. They'll play Purdue University Northwest here at the Ice Center on the 24th and 25th of October. And again, that'll be a Friday, Saturday. Friday, 7 o'clock face-off. Saturday, 6:10 right here at the Joe Olson Ice Rink. Redbirds will get a couple of home games in November as we look forward a little more. Drury University will be here to take on Illinois State on November 7th and 8th. As Truxaw is up, getting some assistance before he comes over to the bench area. Redbirds again will play a home-and-home with McKendree. The Friday night game, the 14th of November, will be the home game for Illinois State. 7 o'clock face-off here at the Ice Center. They will go down and play at the McKendree Metro Recplex for a 5 o'clock face-off down in Lebanon, Illinois on Saturdays. Truxaw is going to be taken directly to the locker room. The trainer will go with to further evaluate his condition. 12:54 to play here in period number 2. Redbirds will also be taking part in November in a shootout up at the Canlan Sports Center in Romeoville. They'll be taking on Alabama on Friday the 21st. That'll be an 8:10 face-off. Saturday the 22nd, they'll take on the Oregon Ducks at 7 o'clock. And then the wrap-up game of that set will be against Westchester University on Sunday the 23rd, a 2:50 face-off in Romeoville at the Canlan Ice Center right off of Interstate 55. So that's what's coming up for the Illinois State Redbirds. Right now they have to deal with 1 minute and 5 seconds of Grand Valley State power play time as the Lakers win the face-off. Lang at the line holds it in. Cole sends it down low. Lang gets the pass back out high. Now a steal by Weinkauf. Weinkauf on a breakaway. Moves in. Save made by Harris. Rebound sent over to the left corner and picked up by the Lakers. 45 seconds on the power play for Grand Valley State. Henry skates into the Redbird zone. Takes it up the right side. Comes back to the left side. Sends it back out to the point for Lang. Lang spins it over to the right. Here's Cole. Over to Lang once again. His shot blocked away by the Redbird defense. Redbird's able to send it out to the line and get it to the neutral zone to break some of the pressure. Final 15 of the power play. Here's a shot taken. Yamada makes the save and hangs on. 10 seconds remaining in the power play. We are just under 12 minutes to play here in period number 2. And Illinois State still trailing 3-1 to Grand Valley State here in the second of the weekend set. Face-off picked up by Illinois State as Switek sends it out to the line. Held in by Collard. Now a stoppage of play and a hand pass is going to be called against Jackson Collard. As Ryan Callahan is anxious to get out of the penalty box. He has just 2 seconds remaining, and the officials give a little smile. They understand the urgency to get out. The puck knocked right out of the linesman's hand. And Cameron Hillman will hand it right back to him. As the penalty is over to Callahan, both teams return to full strength. Puck goes into the corner in the Redbird defensive zone left side. Redbirds dig it out as Switek comes up through center. Switek moves in, his shot blocked, picked up by Dager. Dager moves in, again, shot blocked at the defense for the Lakers. Another shot, this one by O'Neill is stopped by Harris. And he gives no rebound, as again pushing and shoving now going on. Down low in front of the Laker net as Ryan Harris gets out of the way. And Harris wearing the number 20 might invoke some visions of Eddie the Eagle Belfour. Used to play for the Blackhawks and the Dallas Stars. A high sticking call coming up against Grand Valley State. So we will have power play time coming up for Illinois State. So the Redbirds back to the power play. Grand Valley State penalty number 71, Ben Pulley at 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 8:38, second period. Lakers penalty, Pulley at 2 minutes for high sticking at 8:38. Time again for a Redbird power play. So the Redbirds back to the power play as Dager moves through center ice with it to the right side. Sends it around the boards. Picked up by Cusick. Drops it off. O'Neill. Connor O'Neill drops it off for Schaefer. Back to the other side, Dager. Dager moves forward, drops it off Schaefer, fires that one wide of the target. Rebound picked up front, trickled by. As not quite all the connection was made by Cusick on that play, and he gets taken out by Ethan Hellman. 1:05 remaining in the power play. 10:25 to play here in the second. 3-1 still in favor of Grand Valley State. Barghini dumps it into the Lakers zone. Schaefer couldn't save it, keeping the line, now moving forward to the Lakers. Here's Kelly with a shot. Yamada stops it, rebound again. Yamada has to cover it up as Brendan Kelly came in with Lucas Henry. Henry fed it across, and a nice shot by Kelly. But Yamada was equal to the task, and the Redbirds keep the Lakers right where they're at on the scoreboard. Keeping the power play opportunity. We are exactly halfway through period number 2, which means we're also halfway through the contest. Grand Valley State still with a 3-1 lead over Illinois State. 39 seconds of power play time left. As Case and Yamada taking a couple extra seconds to make sure the straps on his mask and everything are tightened down properly. He'll put the blocker and the catching glove back on, and we will get things back ready to go. Face-off will be to the left of Yamada. It's won by Illinois State. Redbirds start out. McDermott to Barghini. Barghini moves in over the line, left side. Takes it in all the way on. Harris fires one save. Rebound. Loose in front. Still loose. And now a stoppage. And it's pointed down. They score! The way the referee pointed looked like it was in the net. Or is it? Hard to tell from my angle. They are not coming over to give goal information, so apparently Harris made Harris made the stops. So the face-off will stay in the Lakers zone. Redbirds could not control it in the zone, and it trickles out to center. Switek with 15 seconds remaining in the power play. Barghini sets it up. Sends it across to the right side. Besetic plays it behind the net. As the penalty is over and both teams are back at full strength. Here's McDermott at the line. Moves in left side. His shot stopped by Harris. Kicked over into the corner right side. McDermott along the left boards at the line. Sends it across to the right corner. Back down low. Ben Lechner sends it back into the corner. Send across for McDermott on the left side. Now the Lakers move out as Donahue will dump it in. They'll go get a change. As Donahue was going off for a change, he got a little contact from Switek. Here come the Redbirds over the line. Cusick centering pass. That one off of Harris's blocker, and now a stoppage. And a penalty coming up against Grand Valley State. Too many men on the ice. So with 8:32 to play in period number 2. Whew. So a bench minor against Grand Valley State will give Illinois State a power play. Grand Valley State penalty, a bench minor for too many men on the ice. 2 minutes to be served by number 8, Yarny Verowick. Time of the penalty, 11:28. Second period. Lakers penalty, bench minor for too many men on the ice at 11:28. Shots on goal now even at 19 apiece. As we've played 10 seconds since the last stoppage. Face-off will be to the right of Ryan Harris. O'Neal pushes the face-off forward. Redbirds able to control. Cusick along the boards. Pays the price but hangs on to it. Now Cusick moves into the circle. Takes it around to the right side. Comes back out to the point. Here's Schaefer across to Dager. Dager's shot blocked. Picked up by the Redbirds. Here's O'Neal with a shot. That one stopped in front. Rebound back behind the net. Quick shot by Weinkauf. That one knocked down again by Harris. And cleared the length of the ice by the Lakers. 1:15 left in the power play. 7:45 for the period. As the Illinois State Redbirds move out. Here's Jacob Switek. Moving through center over the line. Besetic sends it back behind the net. Coming out the left side, Switek. McDermott holds at the line. Back to Switek at the circle. Switek drops it down low. Besetic to Declan McDermott. Fired in front, saved. Rebound. Sent all the way out to neutral ice to clear the pressure for Grand Valley State. Gio Barghini Moves into the zone for Illinois State right side. Barghini takes it behind the net. Out to the point for Switek. Back to Barghini to Declan McDermott. Comes around for Pavel Buckton, who fires that one wide of the target. Switek leaves it for Barghini. Stolen away and cleared the length of the ice by Lucas Henry. With 15 seconds remaining in the Laker penalty. Here's Switek. Drops it off for Barghini once again. Back to Switek. Goes to the backhand. Fires one. That doesn't stop by Harris. Pushed out. And out to neutral ice, which will effectively kill the remainder of the penalty. And both teams back at full strength. 6:25 remaining in the period as Connor Day lets that one go by. And it's an icing call against Illinois State. And the Redbirds will have a face-off coming up in their own end now. They will not be allowed to change. And it will be to the left of Kaysen Yamada. Face-off won by the Lakers. Neitzel tries to send it in deep, but the Redbirds able to get to it. Callahan couldn't get it past center. As now the play goes into the bench area. The puck touched one of the players standing up along the bench, so the face-off will be in the neutral zone. 6:10 to play now in period number 3. Redbirds out shooting the Lakers 12-6 so far in the period. Birds win the face-off. Zimmerman gets it across. Buchholz will send it down. Icing again, the call is Brian Buchholz. Didn't make connection with anybody, and now the icing call will give it to Grand Valley State with a face-off in the Redbird end. Callahan will take the face-off against Cameron Hellman. Redbirds again win the face-off. Buchholz sends it ahead. Caden Day moves in over the line. Day to the backhand, spins at the circle. Sends it in. Harris makes a stick save, sends it over to the left boards. Lakers couldn't clear as Carson Pishker got to it. He sends it in front. Harris steers it aside. To the right corner it goes. Pishker comes in. Got it to Caden Day. Centering pass out front. Loose. Finally sent back out to the point. Buchholz trying to send it down. It's stolen away by the Lakers. Quickly over the line is Brendan Walk. His shot goes high and wide. Now it's pushed in on Kaysen Yamada. He will cover up. And with 5:22 to play in the second, another faceoff coming up in the Redbird zone. Shots on goal are even at 20 apiece. This faceoff will be to the right of Kaysen Yamada. Faceoff pushed over to the boards, now into the corner. Back behind the net it goes. Redbirds have it. As Sam Truxaw back in the game. Good to see him back on his skates. He has the puck for Illinois State. Truxaw sends it ahead. Found Cusick. Robin Cusick. Dumps it over to O'Neill. His shot blocked away. Pass in front, stolen back by the Lakers. Ethan Hellman will go back to get it in the corner in the defensive zone left side. Sent back out as Ben Lechner gets to it. He'll dump it down low. 4:40 to play here in period 2. Now whistle stopping play as a holding call coming up. Let's see who's coming over to the box. It's going to be on the Redbirds. The Redbirds will have to kill off another penalty here. Face-off will stay in their zone. Illinois State penalty number 2, Ben Lechner, 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 15:25, second period. Redbird penalty, Lechner, 2 minutes for holding at 15:25. Here's a centering pass, just missed connection, as on the doorstep was once again Ethan Hellman. He was looking for 4. Here's a centering pass. Here's Cameron Hellman with a shot. That one whistled by and goes all the way back into the Lakers zone. And with 4 minutes to play, they will retreat and restart the power play rush. 125 for the penalty against Illinois State. Here's Ethan Hellman in the Redbird zone. Drops it off for Cameron Hellman. Here's Cameron Hellman, Wood with a pass. Here's Ethan Hellman with a shot. That one wide of the target. Yamada may have got a piece of it going by. Wood holds at the line, now sends it in. Yamada able to stick that one aside. Sent back out, but now held in at the line. Pass across. They look to go tic-tac-toe, and it's picked back up by Brendan Walk for the Lakers. Cameron Hellman. Centering pass across, stolen by Dominic Dager, and he will send it down the length of the ice. 35 seconds remaining in the power play. Here's Pasenik moving in, trying to find O'Neal with a pass on a shorthanded chance. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty, and the Lakers able to get possession back. O'Neal with a steal, fires one in, blocker save made by Harris. Rebound goes into the corner left side. No fight with 2 Lakers. Just tying up some time right now. Final 15 of the Laker power play. Verwick back behind the net, looks to set things up in the final 5. As the penalty is over, both teams will return to full strength. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play in period number 2. Grand Valley State content right now to just run time off the clock. As the pass misses connection with Ben Pouliot. He did get a piece of it. They will avoid the icing call. Redbirds now have it. It's Sam Truxaw sending it in just over the center ice line. Play continues on as Cusick gets knocked down in the corner. Weinkoff there to try to support. Weinkoff gets to it. Centering pass blocked, sent over to the left boards. Under 2 minutes to play now in the period. As the Lakers send it forward, Truxaw gets to it, and it's hoisted down ice. Cusick could not race ahead far enough, and the icing call is made against Illinois State with 1:50 to go here in period number 2. And instead, Robin Cusick's going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Redbirds again will be down a player. Illinois State penalty number 27, Robin Cusick, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the penalty, 18:10, second period. Redbird penalty, Cusick, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct at 18:10. So a minute and 30 to play here in the second period. Redbirds again looking to kill the penalty off. They'll send it back down into the Lakers zone. Wood sends it ahead. Ethan Hellman over the line. Hellman back to Cameron Hellman. Now Ethan Hellman along the left board. Sends it back out to the point. Cameron Hellman over to Wood. Back to Cameron Hellman. Ethan Hellman jams at it. Sends in front. Whistle stops play before the puck enters the net as Brendan Walk came in, and a stoppage before the goal was scored. With 1:06 to play in the period. So just before Brendan Walk was able to come in and take the shot, the whistle sounded and stopped play. So no goal is scored. .1 minute to play in the period, 1 minute remaining.
Here's a shot taken. Yamada makes the save as Mason Cole took one from the slot. Out to the point, Lang has it. Lang looks to set it up top of the circle. Sends it back over to the other side, to the right side. As Mason Cole dumped it down low, he's looking for Ben Poliet. Now centering pass as Verowick got to it. Cole sends it across Verowick. Back to Cole at the point. Over to Lang. Lang moves in, fires. Stick save made by Kason Yamada. Rebound picked up by Dager along the board's right side. Final 15 of the period. Here's Poliet sending it in. Here's a shot blocked by the Redbird defense and a lead pass ahead. Dager kicks it ahead to himself and now just happy to let the puck go all the way down the ice behind the goal line in the final 5 seconds of the period, and that'll do it for period number 2. Your score at the end of 2 periods of play, the Grand Valley State Lakers 3 and your Illinois State Redbirds 1. Shots on goal in period number 2, Grand Valley State 13, Illinois State 14. 2 period totals, Redbirds 21, Lakers 26. Grand Valley State will have 10 seconds of power play time to start period number 3. So 10 seconds of the power play for the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Robin Cusick will carry over into the third as both teams start heading over to their locker rooms. No scoring to tell you about in the third period. And Grand Valley State again out shooting the Redbirds 26-21, although the Redbirds did have a 14-13 shot advantage in the middle stanza. So we are 2 periods down with 1 to go here inside the Bloomington Ice Center with your score, Grand Valley State 3, Illinois State 1. We'll be back in approximately 15 minutes for the third period. Enjoy the Zambonis as they drive by, and you're watching Illinois State Redbird Hockey.
5 minutes remaining in intermission. 5 minutes remaining in intermission. Welcome back to the Bloomington Ice Center in Joe Olson Ice Rink. 3-1 Grand Valley State with the lead over Illinois State as we get set for play in period number 3. Again, the Redbirds will have to kill off 10 seconds of power play time to start the third period, as the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to Robin Cusick will have 10 seconds of time remaining prior to expiration. Next weekend, the Redbirds are back in action here at Bloomington Ice Center as the Fighting Illini of the University of Illinois come to visit Friday and Saturday night. Friday at 7:10, Saturday at 6:10. Check out all the information on the Illinois State Hockey D1 Facebook page for how you can get tickets and come out and support Illinois State Redbird Hockey. Case and Yamada leads the team out from the locker room. Ryan Harris does the same for his squad as we are just about set to get things back underway here for the third and final period between Illinois State and Grand Valley State. Redbirds find themselves in a 2-goal hole at the moment. All 3 of the goals coming in the first period. All the goals so far in the entire contest came back in the first period.
Grand Valley State on the board first. At 9:52 is Ethan Hellman. Got helped by Mason Cole. Then at the 2:39 mark, they take a 2-0 lead on a shorthanded goal by Ethan Hellman. Redbirds countered with a power play goal by Sam Truxaw. Hayden Basetic and Gio Barghini got the assists to make it 2-1. And then with 61 seconds left in the period, Ethan Hellman got the single period hat trick, his 5th of the season, assisted by Justin Lang at 1:01. So we are set to go as the opening face-off of the third period is won by Illinois State and sent all the way down the ice by Jackson Schaefer. And the penalty for Robin Cusick, for Robin Cusick is over, and both teams are back at full strength. At center ice, Lucas Henry has it. He'll send it in for a shot taken by Mason Cole. That one tipped up over the top of the bar. Lakers able to track it back down at center ice. Wood sends it into the Redbird zone. Picked up by Weinkoff along the boards. Slides it ahead for O'Neill. Back to Weinkoff in center. Fires one in. Save made by Harris. Rebound. Back behind the net it goes. Centered back out to McDermott. He'll fire one in. Tip right into the belly of Ryan Harris, and he will hang on for a face-off. 51 seconds gone by here in the third. Redbirds trying to get within a goal. If you're down by 2 with 20 minutes to goal, the object, at least under my estimation, and not a hockey professional in any way except maybe as an announcer, that's debatable at sometimes. But if you're down 2 with 20 minutes to go, you want to get that deficit to 1 by 10 minutes. We'll see if the Redbirds are able to accomplish that. As Truxaw sends it in, and a whistle stops play, and a penalty coming up. And this is going to be on Illinois State. Going to be a high sticking call against Will Tricarico. So again, the Redbirds will go down a player. And Grand Valley State will have the opportunity to allow more time to tick off the clock while they hold the lead. Now Grand Valley State asking for the trainer to be escorted over to their bench. So one of their captains, Chase Dallaire, will assist the trainer over to the bench area so they can check out one of the Laker players. So face off in the Redbird zone. It'll be to the left of Kaysen Yamada. Illinois State penalty number 12, Will Tricarico, 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 1:09, third period. Redbird penalty, Tricarico, 2 minutes for high sticking at 1:09. Lakers start back on the offensive attack. Wood drops it off for Dallaire. Dallaire moves into the Redbird zone right side. Dallaire takes it to the middle in the slot. Knocked away for a moment. Now a stoppage as Kaysen Yamada pins it up against the side of the net with his catching glove. And it'll be a face-off back in the Redbird end. Just over 1 minute and 40 gone by here in the third. Dallaire will take the face-off against Callahan for Illinois State. Face-off pushed into the corner right side. Sent back around, held in by Cameron Hellman, and then swiped at, and to center ice it goes, and the Lakers able to retreat and get to it. Dallaire works around to check, sends it across for Wood, drops it off for Cameron Hellman. To Ethan Hellman, back to Cameron Hellman, who centers it across. Nobody home, but picked up on the right side. Walk sends it over to Cameron. Down low, looking for Ethan Hellman once again. This one goes behind the net. Ethan Hellman picks it up on the left boards. Sends it down low to Cameron Hellman, centering pass, trying to find Brendan Walk again. That connection worked once. Unfortunately, just before Brendan Walk could shoot the puck, the whistle sounded as the net came off the moorings back in the second period. Final 25 of the power play for Grand Valley State. Carson Wood drops it off for Brendan Walk. He comes in over the line. He gets knocked down. Penalty coming up against the Redbirds. And it'll be a hooking call against Illinois State. There'll be 2 men down for 17 seconds. Illinois State penalty number 11, Connor O'Neill, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 2:53, third period. Redbird penalty, O'Neill, 2 minutes for hooking at 2:53. So the first penalty to Tricarico is over. We skate 5-on-4. Grand Valley State still on the power play. Cole works through the circle. Dropped it off for Verowick. Back to Lang at the point. Knocked away for a moment. Redbirds get to it. Dominic Dager will chip it forward and go into the Lakers zone. That'll effectively kill some time off. 1:20 remaining in the power play for Grand Valley State. 16:25 to play here in the third. Lakers with a 3-1 lead over Illinois State. Henry moves forward out of the zone. Redbirds putting a good forecheck on, delaying and making the Lakers use time. Here's Cole. Into the Redbird zone, left side along the board. Stops on the far circle. Sets it back up for Henry. Over to Pouliot. Cole in front. Verowick fires one in. And Kason Yamada makes the save. Hard to see through traffic that time, but Yamada did make the stop and keeps the score right where it's at. Face-off will be to his left. Tulare will take the face-off against Dager. Redbirds win the draw and send it down past Carson Wood. And to clear the zone, final 30 seconds of the Laker power play. Cameron Hellman over to Wood. Left side at the circle. Back out to Cameron Hellman. To Wood. Steps up to the circle. Fires. Stick save made by Kason Yamada. And it's cleared out by Dominic Dager in the final 10 seconds of the man advantage. Puck comes down the ice. Redbirds get to it as Truxaw has it in the final 2-1. And the power play for Grand Valley State is over, and both teams again at full strength. Ethan Hellman fanned on a shot, and the Redbirds able to take it away. Here's Barghini moving over the line left side. His pass broken up, picked up in the slot. Backhand shot O'Neill. That one saved by Harris. Rebound. O'Neill sends it back out. Ben Lechner with a shot. That one again stopped by Harris. Pad save. Rebound out front. Shot. Save again by Harris. As the Redbirds now starting to put some shots on the goaltender Harris, testing him in his 1-3-4 goals against average. Patty Donahue along the board's left side, tied up by 2 Redbird defenders. The puck finally comes free. Picked up by Jackson Terpstra, but he sends it around, and the Redbirds get to it. Connor O'Neill puts it in the Lakers zone as O'Neill puts a body to Terpstra, and the Redbirds able to get possession. Zimmerman sends it ahead for Tricarico. Tricarico holds to the line, fires, stick save made, just got a piece of it, did Harris. Zimmerman along the boards, held into the line, firing again, save made as Pavel Bakhtin took the shot. Bakhtin sends it back to Zimmerman at the point, moves in, fires, Shot stopped by Harris. Rebound loose on the circle. Sent over behind the boards. Tricarico gets it to the corner. Buchholz holds it in. He'll fire one in. Low shot. That one blocked by the defense. Zimmerman got it over. Bachton couldn't pull the trigger on the backhand. 13:20 to play as Buchholz gets it. Back at the point. Buchholz turns, goes around the net with it. Comes around the right side. Leaves it for Tricarico. Tricarico fires one in on Harris, and he shuts the door near side and gives no rebound. And with 13:12 to play in the final, Redbirds now out shooting the Lakers 29-28, but still trail 3-1 on the scoreboard. Face-off will be to the left of Ryan Harris. Linesman reminding the players to settle down before the puck is dropped. Redbirds win the face-off. McDermott chips it back in behind the net. Around it goes to the left corner. Down low is Barghini, and now a whistle stops play with 12:58 to play in the third. So pushing and shoving, resulting in a Grand Valley State Power penalty, a cross-checking call. So Justin Lang will pick up the minor for the cross-check. Redbirds will go to the power play. And the Redbirds need to find an answer to the puzzle of Ryan Harris. Grand Valley State penalty number 6, Justin Lang, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 6:02, third period. Lakers penalty, Lang, 2 minutes for cross-checking at 6:02. So the Redbirds start the power play out as they have to track back to get it. Here's Jackson Schaefer moving in over the line. Schaefer stops on the right board. Sends it across. Robin Cusick. Cusick will fire one. That one blocked. Picked up by the Lakers and cleared the length of the ice. 12:20 remaining in regulation. Redbirds get a change as they'll bring in a new power play unit. Jackson Schaefer starts him out once again. Schaefer ahead to Swiatek. He gets around to Lair and goes up the left side. Sent back around, held in at the line by Barghini. He sends it around to the corner left side. Schaefer tried to hold it in, but Bachton will have to retrieve and neutral ice. Now the Redbirds clear the zone. Here's Swiatek. Over to Basetic. Basetic on the right side. Drops it down into the corner. Swiatek swings out of the corner. Here's Truxall with a shot. That one sent wide of the target. Back at the line. Truxall tries to kick at it to try to save it. Possibly an audition for goalie? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, Sam Truxall's been playing a lot of good hockey lately, but you never know. But Redbirds have to backtrack to get it. Here's Swiatek. Pass over the line, sent across now into the corner. Bachton back out to the point and Truxall. Back to Bachton at the circle right side. Down low for Swiatek. He'll fire one. Pad save made. Ryan Harris able to stick the left pad out and make the stop. And now a stoppage with 11:04 to play here in the third, with 6 seconds remaining on the Cole penalty. The net came off the moorings once again. So with 11:04 to play, the Redbirds will get one final face-off in the Grand Valley State zone. It'll be to the right of Ryan Harris. Here's the face-off, won by the Redbirds. Buchholz with a shot. That one tipped and went over the crossbar as the penalty is over to Lang, and both teams back at full strength. Verowick gets around the forecheck of Callahan, sent it ahead. Cole races ahead. Yamada misplayed it, now has to cover it up at the last moment. That one very dangerously close in case of Yamada. Taking an extra moment to probably thank the extra long reach of that goal stick He was able to corral that puck and keep it away, as he had a little trouble controlling it behind his own net. 10:44 remaining in the third. Callahan pushes the face-off into the corner as he wins it against Husted. Verowick comes away from the boards with it. Here's a shot taken. That one tipped up as Husted took the shot. It goes up into the netting, and the face-off will stay in the Redbird zone. The situation getting slightly more desperate now for Illinois State. Down by 2 goals, but now 10.5 minutes and change remaining. Face-off pushed to the left boards and out of the zone as the Redbirds able to send it all the way down. Harris will have to let it, he'll have to watch it because it was coming in on him. No icing called because of that. Jackson Schaefer has it for the Redbirds. Schaefer sends it across. Here's Luka Weinkauf over the line, sent it across for Cusick's shot. That one blocked and sent wide. Out to the point for Schaefer. Schaefer fires one in, that one blocked in front. O'Neill tries to send it around. It's sent back to the point. McDermott sends it across to the left boards. As we're under 10 minutes to play now in regulation. McDermott picks it up. A delayed penalty coming up against Grand Valley State. So the Redbirds with 6 attackers on the ice. Here's McDermott getting to the left boards, but he gets tied up and lost the puck. And the penalty coming up against Grand Valley State is going to be on Mason Cole again. Second straight cross-checking call against the Lakers, and the Redbirds will go back to the power play. This one's on Mason Cole. Grand Valley State penalty number 10, Mason Cole. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 10:21, third period. Lakers penalty, Cole, 2 minutes for cross-checking at 10:21. Redbirds lose possession as it's sent ahead for Pouliot. Short-handed, he moves in and couldn't quite get a shot away. Sent back out to Wood. He'll send it back down behind Kason Yamada to kill some more time. Pavel Bakhtin starts it out for Illinois State. Bakhtin ahead to Gio Barghini. He lost the handle and it's sent down the ice by Ethan Hellman. Redbirds look to set things up. Truxall will start things out for the Redbirds from behind his own net. Pass for Bakhtin, misconnection. Now a tie-up in the neutral zone, and again, dumped all the way down by Hellman. Switek gets to it. 55 seconds, remaining in the Redbird power play. Switek drops it off for Basetic. Drops it down low. Now the puck taken away. Now a whistle stops play as the net once again off the moorings with 8:25 to go here in the third. Both teams will get a change of personnel. 46 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Illinois State. Redbirds out shooting the Lakers 10-3 so far in the period. Face-off push to the boards and now cleared the length of the ice by the Lakers. Kason Yamada holds it up for Illinois State, and the Redbirds start back out. Here comes Jackson Schaefer with it. Schaefer ahead to Luka Weinkauf. He'll dump it in along the boards. It rolls around into the right corner. Dominic Dager sends it back out to the point. Schaefer sent across for Cusick. Cusick waits, now fires. That one blocked at the defense and cleared the length of the ice by Grand Valley State. Final 10 seconds of the power play for Illinois State. Schaefer looks to set things up with Dager. Dager over the line as the penalty is over. Both teams at full strength. Here's a shot in on Harris. That one stopped. And the rebound Sent out to the boards on the right side. Trucksaw gets to it. Trucksaw spins, fires one across. Couldn't quite make the connection. Schaefer pinches across. Redbirds get to it. It's dumped down by Weinkoff, but sent out to neutral ice for the Lakers with 7:15 to play now in the third. Redbirds still down by 2 goals. Houston. Centering pass out front, stolen away by Tricarico for Illinois State. Cole steals it back. Cole moves in, sets it up for a shot. That one swept aside by Kaysen Yamato to the left corner. O'Neal battles into the corner with Houston. The Redbirds able to clear it out to center. No icing coming up. As back to get it is Brady Balana. Redbirds get to it. Pavel Bakhtin will track it down on the left boards. He gets hit. It's sent behind the net. Bakhtin comes back around for it in the left corner. It gets away from Declan McDermott and sent down the ice. Lechner sends it ahead for Illinois State. Trying to hold it in, stolen away. Here comes Pouliot over the line. Pouliot will fire. Kaysen Yamada the save. Rebound still loose out front. And Yamada again makes the save as it hit off his helmet and goes into the netting. 6:09 remaining here in period number 3. If memory serves me correctly, there was a Division II game a couple of years ago that the Redbirds trailed 2-0 for most of the contest. It was a Marquette game that they trailed 2-0. Redbirds came back, scored 2 goals in 1 minute and 29 seconds, and literally with 1/10 of a second remaining in the third period, were able to get the equalizer and won it in overtime. As icing is called against Illinois State, the faceoff will come all the way back down into their end. That was one of those games that the Redbirds just looked like they could not solve the goaltender mystery until they finally did. Face off to the left of Kaysen Yamada. Redbirds get to it and move forward. Here's Barghini. Barghini gets around the check, moves in on Harris. Couldn't quite pull the trigger as he tried to get around the final defender and couldn't get the shot away. And again, it's hoisted out to center ice where Zimmerman will track it down. 5:40 to play now in regulation. Here's a steal and a quick shot by Walk. That one wide of Kaysen Yamada. Sent out to neutral ice. Lakers control. Brendan Walk works up the boards, picked up by Dager. Knocked back into the Lakers zone, and they're able to corral it. Clayton Senti sends it over to Ben Pouliot. He sends it in on Yamada, who blockers it aside and sends it into the corner. Redbirds get to it. Declan McDermott to Barghini, who lost it, tried to pass it across. Redbirds finally get to it, have to tag out of the zone. Now Robin Cusick will dump it into the left corner. 4:50 to play now in the third. Still 3-1 Grand Valley State. All the scoring in the first. Here's Weinkoff moving in on goal. That one taken away by the Lakers as they push him into the corner. Over the line comes Ethan Hellman. Drop back for Thaler. Chase Thaler in the slot, fires, scores. Chase Thaler extends the lead for Grand Valley State. It's now 4-1 Lakers. So Chase Thaler will pick up the goal. It'll be his first of the season. I guess they need to get a new puck. Or nope, they've got one. There it is.
Grand Valley State goal, his first of the season, scored by number 7, Chase Talaire. Assisted by number 23, Ethan Hellman. Time of the goal, 15:28, third period. Lakers goal scored by Talaire, assisted by Ethan Hellman at 15:28. So Grand Valley State now with a 3-goal lead as we approach 4 minutes to play here in regulation. Truxall sends it in on Harris. He'll body it down and keep it in play as the clock continues to move. Now a pass from Husted goes up into the netting, and the faceoff will stay in the Lakers zone with 3:52 remaining here in the third period. Husted will take the faceoff against Dominic Dager. Husted wins it and spins it back behind the Grand Valley State net. Redbirds get to it as Switek sends it out to the point. Jackson Schaefer got it to Dager through traffic, and it's knocked away by the Lakers out to neutral ice. Approaching 3.5 to play. Switek sends it forward to neutral ice, and now it's sent down by Brady Balana. And the Redbirds track it down behind their own net. Here's Jackson Schaefer moving it out. Schaefer sends it across Declan McDermott to Dager. Dager pinned up along the boards on the far side. Cameron Hellman got it to Brendan Walk, who sends it in on Kaysen Yamada. He keeps it in play as we approach 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Brendan Walk sends it into the corner, and it's spun all the way out of the zone, and this will be an icing call against Illinois State with 2:52 remaining in period 3. Shots even at 10 in the period. Lakers have a 36-31 shot advantage so far in the contest. Here's the faceoff. Send out for a shot taken by Carson Wood. That one stopped by Yamada. He's able to get through traffic and send it off, and here comes Gio Barghini over the line. Barghini lost it behind the net. He'll take Carson Wood out of the play. Redbirds get to it as McDermott has it. He'll fire one across. Barghini there. Ryan Harris once again stopping the Redbirds while on the doorstep. This time with 2:28 remaining in the third, and Ryan Harris so far has had every answer to the questions that the Redbirds have thrown at him so far this afternoon. Faceoff will stay in the Grand Valley State zone, and now some pushing and shoving going on. Now a penalty coming up, or looks like we have Gio Barghini going to go in the box, and looks like somebody else from Grand Valley State also going in the box. The officials now come over to discuss what penalties will be adjudicated. A reminder that we have more hockey coming up for you next weekend right here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel, as the Fighting Illini of Illinois will make the trip across I-74 to face off against your Illinois State Redbirds. Friday night, 7:10 face-off. Saturday, a 6:10 face-off right here in the Joe Olson Ice Rink at the Bloomington Ice Center. The officials have got the players separated, and we're going to find out exactly what the penalties are going to be. So it looks like we're going to have
offsetting penalties and a misconduct penalty as well added on. So they're discussing it now with the captains on the ice. Looks like both Gio Barghini and Ben Poliat are going to get offsetting cross-checking calls, and Barghini will be given a 10-minute misconduct as well. So the teams will skate 5-on-5. The penalties are not on the board. And the face-off will stay in the Grand Valley State zone. .228 remaining in this one. And the Redbirds definitely have their work cut out for them, but they're going to try to come back in this one. Grand Valley State penalty number 71. Ben Poliat, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Illinois State penalty number 20, Gio Barghini, 2 minutes for cross-checking and a 10-minute misconduct. All penalties at 17:32, third period. Lakers penalty, Poliat, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Redbirds penalty, Barghini, 2 minutes for cross-checking and a 10-minute misconduct at 17:32. And while we're getting the announcement for the penalties, the Lakers on the board once again at the 2:03 mark. Grand Valley State extends their lead to 5-1. So more penalties also against Illinois State. So a goal was scored by Grand Valley State. We'll get the details on that here in just a moment. They now lead 5-1. Grand Valley State goal, his first of the season, scored by number 11, Carson Wood. Assisted by number 8, Yarny Verowick, and number 23, Ethan Hellman. Time of the goal, 17:57, third period. Lakers goal, scored by Wood, assisted by Verowick and Ethan Hellman at 17:57. Illinois State penalty number 8, Luka Weinkauf, a 10-minute misconduct. Time of the penalty, 17:57, third period. Redbird penalty, Weinkauf, a 10-minute misconduct at 17:57. So I do believe we have now allowed the public address announcer as much time as he is allowed for the day. I think he only gets to do it one more time. Maybe at the end of the game we'll let him talk some more as the Redbirds send it down on Harris. He's able to make the stop and keep it in play. Final 70 seconds of this one. And Grand Valley State will get the split this weekend as Cole moves into the Redbird zone. 1 minute to play in regulation, 1 minute remaining. In the final minute of play, Redbirds get to it as Schaefer. Jackson Schaefer sends it forward into neutral ice. Lucas Henry spins it back and just sends it out to neutral ice, and they're content to just let the final 35 seconds tick off the scoreboard clock here inside the Bloomington Ice Center. Caden Day hitting the corner as he's hitting the play by Lang. Lakers pull out and move out of their own zone with 20 seconds remaining. Redbirds intercept. Here's Caden Day with it. Caden Day moves in and can't get a shot away as it's blocked in front. Loose puck into the slot, picked up by the Lakers. Lucas Henry in the final 10 seconds moves into the Redbird zone. McDermott will get it, and that'll do it. Your final score in this ACHA Division I matchup, the Grand Valley State Lakers 5, your Illinois State Redbirds 1. Third period shot totals, Redbirds 14, Lakers 13. Game total, Illinois State 35, Grand Valley State 39. So teams will shake hands as customary for the final period of the third period. We do want to pass around. Oh, yep, that looks like I do have a message here from the Division III coach, Mike Hernbrunt, who is the Division II coach at the time, and it was Josh Gilbert who scored that goal. Alex Matzis with the overtime winner. And you can look that game up on YouTube. It is available for you on the ISU Hockey YouTube channel. Shameless plug right there. And Coach Hernbrunt, hopefully things are going well for you in the Division III team throughout your season as well. So 5-1 is our final score. Let's give you the final recap here in the third period as the Lakers of Grand Valley State were able to extend the lead with 2 late goals starting at the 4:32 mark of period number 3. Chase Talaire picked up his first of the season. Ethan Hellman got the assist, and he I would say if there's anybody who's deserving of a Player of the Game award, I think it's going to be Mr. Ethan Hellman from Grand Valley State today, to be perfectly honest, because not only did he get the assist on that goal to make it 4-1, he got the assist on the final goal as well, on the first goal of the season for Carson Wood. The other assist going to Yarny Verowick at the 2:03 mark. So for Ethan Hellman, 3 goals, 2 assists, a 5-point night for the Grand Valley State forward, and the 5-1 win over the Illinois State Redbirds. So that's going to do it for us this afternoon. From the Bloomington Ice Center, a big thanks to everyone. And, of course, if you've been listening on YouTube and watching on YouTube, we thank you for tuning in and supporting Illinois State Redbird hockey. We do want to thank you for tuning in, and we'll have more for you coming up again next weekend. The Fighting Illini of Illinois are going to be in town. They will take on the Illinois State Redbirds Friday night, 7 o'clock, Saturday at 6:10. Join us then, please. So again, your final score from the Bloomington Ice Center at the Joe Olson Ice Rink. The final again, 5-1 Grand Valley State over Illinois State. If you're an Illinois State Redbird fan, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Grand Valley State Laker fans, we know you enjoyed the results. A 5-1 win for your Lakers tonight over the Illinois State Redbirds. I'm L.A. Decker for everyone here at the Bloomington Ice Center saying thank you for joining us, and good night, everybody.